Welcome to the Idiot's Guide. I'm Macky Hall, and today we're building a rainbow. Now, the reason we're building a rainbow is because somebody asked me the other day, how do you build a rainbow? And my answer was, yeah, I can show you. And then I asked myself, how do you do it? So after some thought, I figured out that the best way to do it would be using the appearance window. So with a little thought, I came up with the best way. That being said, all you need to know is a little bit about the appearance window, how to expand your art, and a little bit about the Shapebuilder tool. All right, check it out. And by the way, subscribe. Lots of cool videos. Let's go. All right, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new file. Our new file will have a width of 1,000 points, a height of 1,000 points, a single artboard. And if you scroll down, yeah, we're going to be using the RGB color mode. If you're going to be doing this for print, CMYK all day. Let's go. Before we get started, let's bring our entire artboard into maximum view. And then let's talk about a couple things before we get started. First thing is we're using the Essentials Classic Workspace. If you want to switch on over to the Essentials Classic Workspace, all you need to do is go to the top right-hand corner, click on Switch Workspace, and then select Essentials Classic. Next thing I want to mention is that we're using Smart Guides. To activate Smart Guides, all you need to do is go to View, Smart Guides, or select Control U. Next thing I want to mention is that we're going to be using the bottom center of the page to highlight key command recommendations, hotkey recommendations, and tips and tricks. With that in mind, we're building this piece on a PC. Anytime we recommend the Control key, if you're using an Apple or Mac device, use the Command key instead. Again, Command equals Control. All right, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we are going to click and hold our rectangle tool, and let's select the ellipse tool. Once we've got that, let's click anywhere on our artboard, and let's change our ellipse size to 200 points, both at height and width. Once we've got that set, let's just align it center horizontally and vertically just by using our align keys right here. If you don't have that, all you need to do is go to Window, Align, or Shift F7. Now, once we've got that, we don't need our fill. Instead, we are going to be using our stroke only. So let's go ahead and make our fill transparent right like that. And then let's go ahead and open up our appearance window. We can do that a couple ways. The first way is if you've got the right toolbar here, all you need to do is click and open that. Let me close that. Next thing we can do is go to Window, Appearance, or Shift F6. Let's click on that. Now, once we've got that done, let's go ahead and play with our initial stroke. Let's click on our stroke. And then let's go down to Align Stroke and make sure our stroke is aligning to the outside. Once that's done, let's change our stroke weight from 1 to 20 points, just like that. Let's hit Enter. That's exactly what we want. Now that we've got our initial stroke set, according to the rainbow formula, that is Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. That means we've got to duplicate that stroke 6 times in order to get those 7 strokes that we're going to be working with. How do we do that? Well, with our strokes still selected in the appearance window, and of course our piece still selected, all we need to do is go down to the bottom right-hand corner of our appearance window and press duplicate 6 times. Next thing we want to do is we want to increase our stroke thickness on each additional stroke by 20 points from top to bottom. Check it out. Let's go on over to our second stroke. Select that. Let's change it to 40 points. Next stroke, let's change it to 60 points. Next stroke, let's change it to 80 points. Notice that our piece is getting thicker as we move through it. Next stroke, 100 points. Let's go to our next stroke, 120 points. And then our final stroke, let's go to 140 points, just like that. Now that we've got that, we can take a look at what our piece looks like without it being selected. Let's grab our selection tool. Let's deselect our piece, just like that. And what we've got is a big old O. But within that O, we have a total of 7 strokes. All we need to do is change the color of each respective stroke. Check it out. I'll select my circle one more time. And then let's go over to our top stroke and start playing with color. First stroke, again, we're looking at red or the R. Let's click on that stroke and we'll select red. Very good. Let's go to the next one. Let's select orange. Go to the next one. Yellow. Let's go to the next one. Green. Let's go to the next one. Blue. Let's go to the next one. We'll go to indigo. I think that's indigo right there. And then let's go to the next one. And let's select violet right here. Now that we've got that, let's go ahead and deselect our shape. And check it out. We've got a full circle containing all the colors of our rainbow. Now, we don't need the whole circle. Instead, we only need half the circle. How do we get that? Well, we got to do a couple things in order to do so. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to select our circle one more time, and we're going to change those strokes to filled shapes instead. How do we do that? All we need to do is go to Object, Expand Appearance, and check out what happens. If you take a close look, you can see that all those strokes now have shape lines around them. It's easily illustrated if we go to Outlines. And you can see it right there. Let's escape outlines one more time. And let's deselect our shape. Now it's easy to get rid of the bottom half of our circle. Check it out. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a rectangle and then use our Shapebuilder tool, do a little deleting, and we are set and sorted. Check it out. Let's click and hold our ellipse tool to bring up our rectangle tool. And then let's hover over our artboard until we hit the center point of our circle. You can see it by that line right there. Once we've got that, let's click and draw a rectangle covering up the entire bottom half of our circle, just like that. Now notice that our rectangle is transparent in fill and stroke. That is no problem at all. With that in mind, let's go ahead and grab our selection tool one more time. Let's drag across our entire shape. And now let's move on to the Shapebuilder tool. Let's click on that. Now our Shapebuilder tool works by combining shapes that we drag over into a singular shape. That works really well for us. All we need to do is click inside our rectangle and then drag across all of the other elements just like that. Notice what happens when I deselect. Now the bottom half of our circle has been deleted. All we've got now is the rectangle. And so all we need to do is delete our rectangle. Let's grab our selection tool. Once we've got that selected, let's go ahead and ungroup that shape. That shape is currently grouped together. So all we need to do is go to Object, Ungroup, or Shift-Control-G. Let's click on our artboard, and then let's click on our rectangle. Got that selected. Let's backspace or delete. Let's drag across our entire shape again. Let's group it together. We'll go Object, Group, or Control-G. Let's go ahead and align it center on our artboard. Let's deselect our shape. And we are done. All right, now that you've got that, play with the process a little bit and see what art you can make. Or level it up, learn a bit extra and make a rad image, or throw in some 3D and you can make something awesome like this. All right, with that being said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. Otherwise, throw me a like. I'd really appreciate that. I'd appreciate it just a little bit more if you subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace.